Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Zach Lesage here from the Shuffle Squad. Today we're going to be covering over the top 5 best decks heading into the Fresno Regional Championships. If you're going to Fresno, this video is going to be fantastic. It doesn't necessarily have to be Fresno though. It could be any of the special events going on in the world, a League Cup, League Challenge, local play. Maybe you just want to know the best of the best. These are going to be the best 5 Scarlet Violet decks right now, right to the minute. That being said, give this video a like, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump into our number 5 pick. Let's get it. Would it be a Zach Lesage video if there wasn't an Arc Dura deck in there somewhere? Yo, what's up? We're at our number 5 deck with Arceus V-Star, Duraludon VMAX, Umbreon VMAX. Now, this deck has kind of come out since Portland Regional Championships, seeing a little bit of success in the format, getting a few top 8s here and there, but reasonably, it's making up a larger metagame share, and I do think it is well positioned in the format that we have right now. Excuse my dog barking in the background, she hates this deck. It's one of those things where this deck has answers against Gardevoir and Mew due to type advantage. You have a lot of HP and Volo against a Lost Zone Kyogre deck, and of course, we have Volo to discard things. We have Duraludon against Lugia. You can see that the deck's kind of like holding together by popsicle sticks and glue, but it seemingly works well for this format. I've been personally playing my list that I've been created with my friends at League Cups and League Challenges to great success. So if you're trying to play something great for Fresno, all of these decks are going to be well positioned and seeing exactly how it goes. So I think this is a great pick if you like Arc decks. Maybe you want to try something new, maybe you want something that's slow and steady. This deck is very well positioned, and I think any of the decks in this video are a great choice for this upcoming weekend of events. Swooping in to number 4 is Mew VMAX. Now, this time we are not featuring Fusion Mew, we are featuring Mew that plays Path to the Peak. So you might be wondering, yo Zach, why did we go from Fusion Mew to Mew Path, and we keep on going back and forth? And I think it's the way that the metagame goes. A couple weeks ago, there was a lot more Arc decks, a lot more decks getting set up, and Mew could take advantage of that. Nowadays, the format understands where that Fusion Mew is. They've adapted to that. We want to kind of slow things down. So Mew is either going to be super fast or kind of trying to slow things down with Path to the Peak, really Path to the Peak Judge, stuff like that. In a format where there's Lost Zone Box, DTE Mew typically does pretty well against it when it plays the right techs like Judge, Roxanne, Lost City, Penny. We have opportunities to heal against those matchups. So I do think that this deck, when piloted correctly, can do well against Lost Zone Box. It's built for that success, and I really do think that this is a capable build that was piloted by Michael Long, very strong player, to the top 8 of Milwaukee Regional Championships recently. So one thing you might notice as we're going through this video, a lot of these lists are the best of the best lists for Scarlet Violet. So if you're rewatching this video and you want to know the best decks, like if you're trying to build for every single format, these are the best E-Block on Scarlet Violet format decks. Period. This is the last week that we have of this format. Everything else is going to be Paldea Evolved. These are the best decks, so hopefully you enjoy watching them. We'll find out which deck is coming in at number 3. Here you have it, our number 3 deck. We have Gardevoir EX. Now, Gardevoir EX just won the Milwaukee Regional Championships, and it was piloted by an incredible player, Henry Brand, won the Regionals, and they are our 2019 World Championship winner. They won the Worlds. They are the best player in the world for that year, or at least determined by Pokemon. That being said, it's an awfully bold call to go in with Gardevoir, especially with North America being very prime on playing Lost Zone Box. However, Henry did defeat Lost Zone Box during the tournament and was able to beat it in the finals, so maybe this deck has what it takes. Gardevoir is not necessarily like a deck that you're going to walk into matchups and be like, I have a freebie matchup here. It's not like you played 4 Drapions against a Mew deck that doesn't play Path. It's not like that at all. However, you have opportunities to be in the game for most of these games. You're not necessarily going to go into a game and be like, auto loss, auto win, auto loss, how a lot of other decks do. So in a format with rock, paper, scissors, Gardevoir does seem like a deck that when successfully piloted has an opportunity against almost everything. Might not be favored against everything, but you certainly have a strong opportunity. And as we continue to go through this list, I do want to let everyone know that in the pinned comments in our YouTube video, if you're watching this elsewhere, you can just take a screenshot right here of this video and then you have access to it. Or you can kind of grab it from the pinned copy in the comments below if you are trying to copy and paste it into PTCG Live. So Gardevoir number 3, what could be number 2? Find out next. As our runner-up deck, coming in at number 2, we got Lugia V-Star. Now this list has been on an absolute roll ever since Regan Retzlaff played it to Portland. It has some of the most success out of all Scarlet Violet decks in the format, and it's just because Lugia seemingly has answers against everything. Pretty much a favorable matchup against Lost Zone Box variants, has Dark-type attackers against Gardevoir and Mew. Of course, you got Single Strike Urshifu for Mirror and for Arctura. A lot of these decks have counters for decks, have counters for Mirror, and are just generally consistent versions of themselves. Lugia might feel a little bit of coin flippy at first when you look at the counts of capturing Aroma, Mesagosa, the opening coin flip, but with enough coin flips, you're able to mitigate that luck and have a solid deck across the board. I think that this deck is absolutely sick. Always one of my top decks. Like, at every League Challenge and League Cup that I have this exact list sleeved up with a deck list sheet, brand new sleeves, ready to go. I know I've been playing Arctura lately, but you might just catch me playing this deck real soon because it plays smooth like butter. Absolutely fantastic choice, and I'm sure we're going to see more accomplishments coming from this deck real soon after Fresno. The big question is here, where's the number 1 deck? Why is it Lost Zone Box? And what is the list? We'll find out in mere seconds. Let's see our number 1 deck. Boom, here's our number 1 deck, Lost Zone Kyogre, as pretty much everyone expected. The turbo version of this deck has been on an absolute roll ever since Grant Manley, Caleb Gettimer, Azul GG, and their posse of players have been playing this deck pretty much all season. They've come to almost a perfect list because they've played this deck at the past 2 events, multiple top 8 spots, and I mean, is it going to end? Probably not at Fresno. The format's pretty much decided. We might see this list change by a couple cards. I've seen players cutting a Nest Ball, adding an additional Lost Vacuum for Mirror. I see players cutting a Nest Ball for a Cramorant. Are those the correct changes? Should you play 4 Energy Recyclers? These are only questions that I think that group of players can answer. And I think we'll find out when we see their list after the events. But based off them playing the list 2 times in a row, I think that they got it. This deck seemingly has answers against everything, even if you run into a Manaphy. Sableye, knock out the Manaphy, and then see if your opponent has another one. There's a lot of opportunities, and just the fact that Kyogre could read as draw 4 or 5 prize cards, win the game on the last turn of the game, thin your deck out. If you did well and didn't misplay, you just win. So this deck is very difficult to play, but I don't think that's necessarily going to stop players. They think they want to win the game, so we'll find out and see how it goes, but right now, I'm pretty sure we're just going to be seeing success with this deck. This is the best deck we got in format. Let me close everyone out. And there we have it, the best deck in format being Lost Zone Kyogre. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Did I get the list right? Is there another deck that I forgot about? Let me know in the comments below. And again, if you haven't already, help boost this YouTube video, the algorithm, by giving it a like, subscribing, and maybe leaving a comment below would be fantastic. I really hope that everyone enjoys their time playing Pokemon TCG this weekend. That being said, this is Zach Lesage from the Shuffle Squad. I'll catch up with all y'all later. Peace out and have a great one. The Shuffle Squad proudly uses Ultimate Guard products. We think that their Cortex and Katana sleeves are absolutely fantastic with to play in tournaments. And of course, they have a wide range of products that are simply fantastic. Whether you're looking for a new binder, playmat, or if you're looking for one of the Sidewinder deck boxes you might have seen one of us play with, be sure to check it out. They have their EU web shop, and it's available on Amazon elsewhere. Head on over to atlascollectibles.com and support the Shuffle Squad by buying some of their products. You could get a discount of 6% off of Pokemon TCG booster boxes, so you could grab from a large selection of sealed product, save 6%, or you could save 12% by using code TSS12 on all of their Pokemon TCG singles. Atlas has a large selection and ships worldwide, so be sure to pick up your Pokemon products there. Use code TSS5 at PTCGostore.com to save 5% off your order of Pokemon TCG live codes. They have a great selection of codes available from all different sets at competitive rates. They get instantly emailed to you, so you can use them right away to get all the cards you need to build that next great deck creation. Again, use code TSS5 to save 5% off at PTCGostore.com. Have you ever wanted more content from the Shuffle Squad? Well, we do have a Patreon account. You can support the Shuffle Squad directly by pledging towards our content, whether you want to get access to a special discount code from one of our sponsors, or if you want to have access to all of our deck lists, exclusive Pokemon TCG articles, and more. You can even chat with the Shuffle Squad in Discord. So this really does help support the Shuffle Squad getting to more events, and we do have some amazing articles for you to learn more about. Be sure to sign up to play in the Shuffle Squad's late night events. They happen every single Tuesday night at 12 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. We have one that's geared towards more of an EU time zone and an NA time zone, but anyone's welcome to play. There's an opportunity to win a trip to Japan for the World Championships, so by all means, feel free to participate in these events for free. You could check out any of the links that we have available in the description. Get coaching from the Shuffle Squad on Metafy. If you want to improve your game on Pokemon TCG, you can absolutely test with the best. We have some of the best players in the world on our team. So whether you want to get coaching from Calvin or our current EUIC champion, Alex Szymanski, or anyone else that's available on Metafy from the Shuffle Squad, pick up some coaching today, become the best player you can be. Thank you so much for supporting the Shuffle Squad by watching this video. It would mean the world to us if you'd like this video, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even leave a comment. You could also click on this other video from the Shuffle Squad to continuously watch and support us. If you haven't got a chance, check out the description to learn more about our sponsors, and that could also help support the Shuffle Squad. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a great one.